Dear students, we are continuing with our discussion on poetry, and today we will discuss a poem written by Alexander Pope, and the poem is titled An Essay on Man. Alexander Pope is a British poet who was born in London, England in 1688. That means later half of the 17th century. Growing up during the Augustan age, his poetry is heavily influenced by common literary qualities of that time, which include classical influence, the importance of human reason, and the rules of nature. So we can assume that Alexander Pope was influenced by classical pattern of writing poetry, and he was rigid about the rules. These qualities are widely represented in Pope's poetry. So we can assume that Pope's poetry falls under the category of didactic poetry. Art for art's sake was not his style of writing the poetry. He always believed that poetry should contain a message, or it should be educative. Some of the Pope's most notable works are The Rape of the Lock. The Rape of the Lock could be considered as the magnum opus of Alexander Pope, and it is a poem written in the tradition of an epic, but it is non-serious in its content. Therefore, it is referred to as a mock epic rather than being considered as an epic. Apart from The Rape of the Lock, An Essay on Criticism and An Essay on Man. These are the most notable works of Alexander Pope. An Essay on Man was published in 1734 and contained very deep and well thought out philosophical ideas. So it could be considered as a philosophical poem. It is said that these ideas were partially influenced by his friend Henry St. John Bolingbroke. Henry St. John Bolingbroke. He was a friend of Alexander Pope, who Pope addresses in the first line of the epistle first when he says, "Awake, my St. John." The purpose of the poem is to address the role of humans as a part of the great chain of being. Great chain of being. In other words, it speaks of man as just one small part of an unfathomably complex universe. Pope urges us to learn from what is around us, what we can observe ourselves in nature, and to not pry into God's business or question His ways. We must never question the ways of the God. For everything that happens, both good and bad, happens for a reason. Pope firmly believed that everything has a reason behind it, and everything is done according to the wishes of the God Almighty. This idea is summed up in the very last lines of the poem when he says, quote, "And spite of pride in erring reason's spite, one truth is clear, whatever is right," unquote. The poem is broken up into 4 epistles, each of which is labeled as its own subcategory of the overall work. They are as follows. The poem is divided into 4 epistles. An Essay on Man. Epistle first, it is titled as Of the Nature and State of Man with Respect to the Universe. I repeat, epistle first, of the nature and state of man with respect to the universe. Epistle 2, of the nature and the state of man with respect to himself as an individual. I repeat, of the nature and state of man with respect to himself as an individual. Epistle 3, of the nature and state of man with respect to society. I repeat, Epistle 3, of the nature and state of man with respect to society. Epistle 4, of the nature and state of man with respect to happiness. I repeat, Epistle 4, of the nature and state of man with respect to happiness. That's all for today. We will continue in our next video. Thanks for watching.